Very good. What's the best thing about having out as your gardener?
It means I don't have to walk up and down the slope.
Okay. Did someone just say trims a nice bush over there? Should I ask Beth if that's true, Alex? No, I probably shouldn't, should I? So if you don't know, Alex is the A from A to B Creations, Beth is the B, who used to have the shop about 3 doors down until they realised that everybody just bought stuff off the internet anyway, from them. So they don't have it anymore, but it's really good stuff, A to B Creations. I thoroughly recommend their wood carving and stuff.
Correct. That's good, yeah.
Good. I'm going to quickly talk to these three because I'm really curious. What's your name, fella? Jake. Caitlin. Lucy. Good. One of you knows my son. Is it you? How do you know my son? Through what? Other people. Okay. And like, is he as much of a bellend as he seems to be at home? No? Is he alright? I'm just going to ask, because I mean, he's sat there, he's not even fucking paying attention now, look, he's just trying to pretend it's not happening. So, what, do you go to school locally? Which school do you go to? Batley Grammar. Who does that mean she'll know out of your friends?
Pickles.
Oh, you know Mackenzie Pickles? He's a right little gosh, isn't he? Oh, he is. I coach him for football, and he got sent off in the second to last game of the season for calling the referee a useless bald cunt. Yeah, I know. What's wrong with being bald? That was my question. The referee was a useless cunt, but there's no need to bring his hairline into it, was my answer. So, Jake, how old are you, mate?
20 now.
20 now, good. And what do you do?
Mechanical engineer.
Mechanical engineer. What mechanicals are you engineering?
So it's a bit like engineering, well, it's a bit of both, really.
Yeah, so working on what? Because there's the mechanical engineering stuff.
It's cars.
Cars?
Customization.
What's your favourite type of spark plug?
NGK, obviously.
You what?
NGK.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It's the right answer, isn't it? NGK. I was just expecting him not to know. Yeah. Good. And what do you do?
I'm a student.
You're a student, like what are you studying?
Biomed.
Biomed? Excellent. Have you heard of medical? No one has. I think he was making it up. What do you want to do when you've got your qualifications?
Figured that out, yeah.
You haven't figured it out yet, that's right. And you'll be still at fucking school, I mean, what are you in year 10 like him? Good, you enjoyed school? No, it's crap, isn't it? Good, yeah. But teachers leaving you alone and stuff? Good, that's good. Well worth checking about the grammar. I've heard about more dodgy fuckers. So, good, I won't talk to teenagers again, it just takes the fun out of it, doesn't it? Just leave them alone in future. That's what they keep asking me to do. Good, so, how it's going to work tonight, we've got 8 acts on for you. We're going to have 3 acts in one section, then a break, and then we'll have 3 acts in the next section, and then a break, and then 2 acts, okay, after that. So, and then at the end of the night, all of you in the audience will get asked to pick your favourite act via app. You can just tick them. You'll only be allowed to vote once, so that there's no cheating or anything like that, because some of you might be plants. And then also we've got a judging panel. The ones with the act with the highest score from the judges will go through, and the act with the highest score from the audience will go through. In the event of a tie, i.e. if both the audience and the judges pick the same act, then the second place act in the audience vote goes through as well, which is what happened in the first heat. Okay, the acts will do 10 minutes each, and they're free to do whatever they want. All we need from you is to be supportive, because they are newer comedians and they're here for a competition, which might mean that they care more than a normal gig. Just be nice, and please switch your phones on silent. And please don't shout stuff out at them unless they're asking you to get involved. And just be really kind and gentle to them. If that you can do that, give them a nice warm burst of welcome. Is that all right? Are you up for a good night? Yeah? Would you like me to fuck off and get the first act on? Rude. I'm going to do half an hour more. So yeah, I'm going to go and stand in the back of the room and enjoy this myself as well. I won't tell you anything about the acts other than their names, so you don't feel like I've got a favourite or anything like that either way. Normally I'd give a nice warm introduction. So in that spirit, please welcome your first act tonight, Billy Price!
It's about right, I'm out of energy for, Wednesday night? I'm unemployed, I don't have a fucking clue. If you're going to know a bit about Billy Price, I've got to tell you, my dad was 3 things. He was a cockney, a gypsy, and an armed robber. That meant he would steal your shit. That's it. It's hard life, even though I've never spent longer than a weekend in Skegness in a caravan, the stigma follows me round the travelling community and the negative connotations. When I got my Uber to get here, it's asking me for my traveller name. Like I have a fucking traveller name, it's disgusting. I do, it's Paddy O'Barenakle. You should never assume. Like, my dad was an interesting guy, not a very nice guy. I'm not trying to say he was the worst guy, but when he went to go get some milk, we wished he'd never come back. On top of that, if he was a millennial, even his fleshlight would have had a black eye. My dad did die a few years ago. I just told you, he was a bad guy. You don't have to do that. Do you know what I mean? He wasn't very nice. My big brother once said to me, he said, "Look, Billy, it is better being beaten up than beaten off." It's not for everyone. As I said, my dad did die. It was a confusing time. Because on one hand, if anyone in here, I'm not going to ask for a raise of hands, but if anyone survives that kind of situation where someone's ruling tyrant over the family, I'm not going to say it's always a man, but it is always a man. Right? Anyone else, you realise that the rest of the family get closer. Like me and my mum are incredibly close. Like when I get a text at 2 a.m. saying, "Are you up?" It's not someone looking for a shag, it's my mum looking for a FaceTime. Right? But when my dad died, it was a confusing time. Because on one hand, you find yourself grieving for a domestic abuser. And on the other, it's like, who's going to keep mum alive now? Oh, and as I said, I do feel bad making that kind of jokes about my mum. Because her only crime really was falling in love with a violent criminal and aiding and abetting an armed robbery. I'm going to tell you something a bit personal now. Christmas I nearly died, but I'm still here. Yeah, that's what I did it for. That's why I survived, for that reaction in person on a Wednesday night. But the upshot of it is two things really. I get invited to do spots on Sable Comedy Nights, and I shit through a bag. You know what they say? Shit happens. For those of you with specs on, my bag also says shit happens because I took the H off. But it was a scary time. Sorry. The competition pressure is getting to me. I don't know why I get so down about it, because it has been fucking hard. I'm not even a guy that finds like poo or farts like that funny. For some reason, that's my line. Domestic abuse, on the other hand, joke all you want. But poo, no. Do you know what I mean? Grow up. Some things aren't a joke. Right. But now it's fucking, it's bad, because it feels like I shit out of basically my chest. Do you know what I mean? It feels personal. I don't know why I let it get me down sometimes. I get fucking, because I do have lows. I act like a fucking jovial guy, but I do have lows. But I don't know why I let it get me down. Because I used to shit in a bag before. He's nodding, he knows. All the men in the room know, right? Night out with the lads, Tesco carrier, back pocket, just in case you get caught in a pickle. Am I right? So do you know what I mean? You get it, Johnny, shit in the fucking bag, swing it round, throw it into some poor cunt's garden, you know, like classic. So I don't know why I'm sour. Because if anything, I went from a single use to a bag for life. Shut up, Alan. It was a confusing time. There was one thing that I didn't really find funny at the time. Like, when I woke up, I was like, I used to be quite a lousy comedian. Like, I was quite always punching down and things like that. You might still think I am. But I wanted to get better. When I nearly died, I was like, I want to get better in my life, fucking get somewhere, start taking things more seriously. So when I got a phone call, first thing the doctor's like, your mum's on the phone. She didn't even know at the time. And she's like, I'm coming up. Are you, brother? Are you okay? I'm like, yeah. She's like, is there anything you want? And I'm like, get me that fucking book, like Finding Your Inner Comic Genius by Adam Bloom. Because if I'm coming out of it, if I'm laid up for 12 weeks, I need to come out and have some jokes. Do you know what I mean? But it comes around, I didn't have the book, so my brother got me Garfield, yeah? But it's only like a few days later when the surgeon comes around, he's talking to me. And he was like, oh, is this the book that you said was going to change your life, is it? I was like, if you don't mind me asking, doctor, it is a physical disability, right? Nope. But, oh, fuck me. It was a scary time. I remember when they told me I had this bad pain in the middle of the stomach. They rushed me to hospital. I'd been ignoring it for like a week. If you've got a pain, go get it checked out. I've been ignoring it. I just thought I was constipated because I hadn't been to the toilet in a week. And when the pain gets too much, the ambulance comes and gets me. They ship me off, take me off to hospital. And the first thing they do is they like put litres and litres of water up my arse to see if anything will like come. The only thing that came was me. But just before they do a scan, I've basically got a hole in my bowel. They're like, Mr. Price, if you don't operate on you soon, you're going to die. You're in the early stages of sepsis. The poo's going into your blood. It's bad, right? You might wake up with a bag. So I'm like, fucking hell, yeah, let's go. But just as they go to cart me off in the hospital bed, my partner stops us and she says, Billy, you need to tell her you're a chronic weed smoker. Because it could take more of the stuff to like put you down, do you know what I mean, to keep you asleep. And I'm like, fucking hell, that makes sense. I'm not a doctor, I don't fucking know. So I go and I forget. As soon as I'm out of the room with my partner, I can like not be strong anymore. I start crying and all of this. I forget. It's only when I'm on the operating table and I forgot all about it. And he goes to put a mask on me and I go, no shit, wait. And he said, what? And I said, I smoke weed every day. And he just high-fived me. Yeah, I've known this, I've been learning this for like a month, because when you can't move, do you know what I mean? You've got to do something with your time. You'll get a new riff one day. I'm not surprised that this kind of thing happened to me. I've never been the healthiest guy, I still smoke, I cut down on drinking, I'm on water tonight. But I even, it's always been a problem for me. I even used to drink before school. Now I realised it made me a really, really shit teacher. I used to work in a SEMH school. It's a school for little ratchet children, basically, suffer with ADHD, autism, trauma, maybe a mix of the three. If you go to a private school, if you're a rich kid and you have these kind of problems, you could probably get by all right. But when you come from a low socio-economic background, you just end up a very young, angry person that wants to fucking knock people out. I thought it'd be a really rewarding job. Like I thought it'd be like Goodwill Hunting. Do you know what I mean? Like I'd see him get some Raji, get him under my wing, and he'd think, yeah, Mr. Regan, he's got a bent nose, he lives really hard, he must be really cool. But it wasn't like that. They fucking hated me, right? I was dodging a lot of punches, a lot of kicks, but the worst thing that used to bother me more than anything was the spit. I come home every day, fucking spit and tears running down my face and saying to my girlfriend, these kids don't need help, they need prison time. But she said, you've got to face it, you've got to face it. So I did that. The next day there's a hold and I hear the kid go, spits right in my face. Right? But this time I knew, so I just caught it. I said, if you swallow it down, they'll never do that shit again. Alright, I think that is about me for today. Thank you. I'm Billy Price.
Give it up for Billy Price, everyone. So, just to let the guys who just wanted to know, it's a comedy night and it's a competition night. So, thanks for joining us. The general rules are try and keep the noise down when the acts are on, and you can vote for the winner at the end, basically. I don't think for any of those people that have just joined us listening. Did you get that?
I've got
Nice one. Cheers, pal. Thanks. That's exactly the level of noise we don't want, but for me it's alright. Good. Cheers. We've got two more acts in this section. Please give them your best of attention and a lovely warm welcome. Next act is Andy Ellis. Being the best, are we guys?
It's actually a pleasure to come to Birstall for this reason, and not the other reason that I always come to Birstall for, and that's going to IKEA. What a fucking horror show. Down there. Every time I come to IKEA, it costs me £120. And that's just the meatballs and sausages at the end. It's nice to be here, guys. It's lovely to have you here. My name is Andy Ellis, which is also the answer to the question, Alexa, show me the love child of Ollie Murs and Mr. Tumble. Quite traumatising imagine for you and the accent, isn't it? But I was actually at a soft play earlier today, and there was a sign on the door, and it said, all kids should be accompanied by an adult. I thought that's fair. It's also fair if you swap those things the other way around. I think probably all adults should probably have a child with them as well. That was strike one. Strike two was when they said, show me a spotty bag. And well, I got my balls out of a soft play, so now I can't go back to Tongue Garden Centre. But it's great to be here. I've been celebrating my birthday recently. I turned 41. That's the fucking noise it should deserve as well. Because 41 is one of those ages, it just means nothing, doesn't it? Normally you would always ask somebody how old they are, but I know where we are, so how much do you weigh? No, how old are you, love? 50! Great bet, that's a great age. Give a round of applause for 50. 50 is a milestone birthday, you do a lot of nice things at 50. Did you celebrate in a nice way?
It's into a week.
It's so you're 49 then, you're fucking lying. No. You're not a child, we can't do that thing, we're doing it in months, can we? We can't go 18 months then too, no.
I'm wrecking myself in.
Well, you're wrecking something, I'll tell you that. 49. So another shit birthday as well. There's a massive difference though between 49 and 50 or 40 and 41. 40, 41, I got a great present from my wife because she thinks I needed it. I got a haircut. That's because I've been going to this Turkish guy near me and we've had a language problem because I asked for a number 2 all over and he shit on my chest. 40 was a lot different though. 40 was quite nice. I got a present from my GP. I got a text inviting me in for a date. And I knew it was a date because by the end of it, I was getting fingered. Little message for you there, Jake. If you're going to plan on fingering anybody, don't start by measuring their BMI. It really ruins the mood. But it wasn't even the first time I'd ever had anything up my backside. I used to live in a student house in Headingley. I moved over from Grimsby. It's fine. And I lived in this house. It was really riddled with damp, fucking horribly wet place. And the wettest place in that house was the bathroom. And I used to try and, you kind of see where I'm going. We were poor, so we had like single ply toilet roll. It was like wiping your ass with a ghost. And it's so wet in that room that I think you can see what's about to happen next, Jake, that to get it fixed, the little landlord bummed me. I like being 40. I like being 40 because I like being 41 and 40 because I think there's expectations about what you're meant to know at this age. Like my wife seems to think I'm quite good at DIY. Like the other week she said, I'd like to hang some doors in the house and I don't really know where to start. So I put some Radiohead on in the morning and by the afternoon they're all fucking hung themselves, aren't they? Sex life's a bit different. She messaged me the other day, she said, I've seen something on the internet that me and you should do in the bedroom. I ran home, left work immediately, ran into the house, went upstairs. I said, what's this thing that you've seen on the internet that we should do in the bedroom? We should panel this wall. But it's just the way it is. I think you get to 40, 41, you've got 2 choices you can make. You can either be, middle class, or you can be right wing. And I'll tell you what, I've been making noises when I stand up, and it's mainly stop the boats. So I'm not quite sure which way I'm going. But both involve a Tesla. I don't know what to do. But it's what's really interesting is like as you get that bit older and you choose that path. Now I live in Horsforth. You in Horsforth? Yeah. So I think you've worked out the path I've chosen. I've done quite a kind of middle class route, and you don't know if you fit into those places. Like I said, I grew up in Grimsby, and I like to go for a coffee when I'm out in Horsforth. And when I was in Grimsby, there was only really the milk options, and the milk options were either semi-skimmed or breast. But now when we Horsforth, it's a bit different. It's a bit more middle class, a bit more market, and you want to know if you're fitting in. And I was in there the other day. I was asking for a breast milk frappuccino. Just me and the kids, Farrell and Ball. And I think I'm doing okay. She said, "Do you want some baby chinos for the kids?" I said, "No, thank you. You've got trousers on." They don't get that. I will say that is the worst joke I've ever written. I'm so pleased it got a fucking delayed reaction. Thank you so much.
Fucking hell.
Thank you. I'll take that one back. But I'm a dad. I've got 2 kids. Your parents sing, give me a cheer.
Yay.
Fantastic. That's the noise, that guys. That's how your parents sound. It's called regret. If I could have finished on a chest, I would have done. That's all I'm saying. She said, anal hurts. I said, you should try childbirth. I've got a 4-year-old and an 8-year-old. 8-year-old's a great age, by the way. 8-year-old is the age where they start bringing homework home from school for you to do together. Like, I'll be honest, I'm a degree-educated guy, but unfortunately for my son, my degree's in PE, so I'm thick as fuck. Still got a few more monitors on the front of the bar. You right there? Can we, Josh?
Half of my leg.
Are you okay in the back, fellas? How are you getting on?
Fantastic!
Yes! Yeah. Good, my friend. How you doing? What's your name, bud?
Doylem. Doylem.
Doylem. All 3 of you called Doylem. I knew that. Doylem. Stooges. The 3 Stooges. Yes, the 3 Stooges.
Max and Paddy, but to know where it's gone.
Well, I'm pleased you're here and joining me.
Go on.
Reminds me, our kids need to study harder. Well, it is hard because they do bring homework home and it's tricky to do together because, like, he brought his English homework the other day. He said, "Dad, can you name a homophone?" I said, "Yeah, your Uncle Steve." He said, "What about collective nouns? You going to do collective nouns?" I said, I do my best with them. I get mixed up all the time. Like, I know you can have like a flock of sheep, can't you? You can have a bunch of flowers. But after that, I get a bit confused. So, got any ex-smokers in? Collective noun for a group of ex-smokers is a gang vape. There you go. Bear with it, give him a second. It must be the sound travelling. I understand there's a long way for it to go. It's good. It's good. 4-year-old is a completely different kettle of mental. But we're trying to discipline our youngest. He's quite unruly. Like, he walked in on me and my wife the other day having sex in the panelled room. I said, we're not doing anything wrong with wrestling. She explained why she was hitting the metal chair. And it's really difficult to discipline your kids nowadays. Like, I grew up in the 80s, and in the 80s it's just a little bit different. And I used to get a smack bum from my dad, but I put a stop to that when he found some bondage porn in bed. I just put the gimp mask on and say, "I've not done my spellings." But we found using the naughty step. The naughty step's quite a good way of doing it. The one outside of Grimsby Weatherspoons. But I will finish on this. Have we got any couples in? Can you give a cheer if you're married? 48 years, aren't you? 47 years. I'm just going by air maths. It's going to be 48 eventually, isn't it? So 47 years. I've got to ask the question: how did you meet to start with? At a party. What was you celebrating? The E-Day? Was it the birth of the motor car? I'm not quite sure how far back we go. History's never been my strong point. They're really PE for fuck's sake. But how did you met at a party and what happened? I don't blame you. That makes you don't know, Jake, that's how parties happen now, mate. Don't fucking roofie anymore. I wanted to meet somebody like, I've been with my wife now for 13 years. And I wanted to meet her in a proper normal way. A bit like at a party, or my parents met by shouting, "Nice tits!" out of a van. I don't have a van, Jake. But instead I went on a TV show to try and find love. Now just give us a cheer if you had a dinner date. Yeah? Oh, fucking rapturous audience we are. If you've not had a dinner date, it's because you've always had a job and never had a hangover. But Dinner Date's this awful TV show. If you want to find out which episode it is, it's series 3, episode right at the bottom, called Natalie from Bradford. It's on Netflix, you can find it. And I won't spoil it for you, but my wife's not called Natalie, and she fucking hates Bradford. And it was the first time I'd ever been on TV. It was also the first time I'd ever been trolled as well. And this lady on Twitter had messaged me and she said, I would rather be mauled to death by a pack of lions than go on a date with this guy. Would you believe that? I would rather be mauled to death by a pack of lions than go on a date with this guy. And everyone knows it's a fucking gaggle of lions. Right, enjoy the rest of your night. My name's been Andy Ellis. Thank you very much.
Right, folks, give it up for Andy Ellis. So we've got just one act in this section. You guys at the bar think you can keep quiet for 10 more minutes till we have a break? Can we manage that? Excellent. Because if you can't, that's fine, but just try and keep it down, because these guys have travelled a long way to not get paid to do comedy, so please just bear that in mind. Thanks very much. So we've got one act left in this section. Please give him a massive welcome. Please welcome to the stage Syed Ahmad Raza.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, you.
Good. Good. I'm so happy to see you guys from the front.
What the?
No.
I mean, this side of the room looks so posh.
Okay.
Please be don't hard on me. Oh my God, you guys are so white. I am scared. I mean, this side of the room I can appreciate the need for a hair transplant. Fuck the judges.
There you go.
I'm just a poor immigrant in need of a 300 pounds. And I hope people at the back, they can all appreciate my fear of deportation. Wow, you guys, man, you look like you've never seen a brown person before. Oh, your best friend's Asian? What kind of, is an American Asian or like a proper Asian? Sorry? British Asian, like which? Muslim. Oh my God, you got in trouble. Beware. Right? Like, so I can also be friends with you. Don't look at me like I'm some kind of a ghost. Oh, you can touch me. I don't bite, huh? I don't bite. I'm a Muslim as well. I just explode.
My best friend's Asian. I like Asian pizzas.
Yeah, send me your friend list afterwards.
The ass blows up next morning.
Nice heckler. Always, Batley has the best hecklers in the country.
It's Dewsbury.
Oh, okay. This town is called Batley?
The best bowling. Bristol.
Bristol. What's Batley then?
Fucking shithole.
So I've never been here. So I've come a long way from a very white city, guys. It's called Leicester. You're from Leicester?
You're the best of Leicester.
This burst in Leicester? There is nothing in Leicester. No, I came all the way 2 hours. It was a lovely drive from the countryside roads. You know, the B roads? Who thinks the British countryside areas are the best in the world? Yeah? You have a picture of British countryside areas? Yeah! I was driving through it and I could see there was no people, no civilization, no homes, just pure raw beauty of nature. And I was like, wow! They still have room for more immigrants in this country.
That's 281. Their ticket.
If only we could come up with more illegal ways of immigration. Those lands could be ours. Yes, Leicester is so white, you know, white people face racism in Leicester. We're applying for Brexit next year. Have you ever been to any multicultural city like Leicester? And there's a lot of Asian people, like your friends, yeah? Like, I'm from, where do you think I'm from, by the way?
Leicester.
Yeah.
Oh, Bristol. Birmingham.
Like from?
You mean nationality, right?
Yeah, I'm from a country called Pakistan. Okay.
No, you just said you're a Muslim.
Yeah, I'm a Muslim.
Well, I
I have done it to white people because white people automatically assume that I'm an Indian just because of brown skin. I am not an Indian. I have never been to a call center.
More Scottish now around calls.
Quiet down now, please, mate.
Sorry.
Neither do my parents want me to be a
You're not
neurosurgeon.
being polite. You're not being polite.
No, we're more like a kebab shop family.
Someone's trying to work behind yourself, please.
Yeah.
I'm having a conversation with you,
And
please.
unlike brown people, my parents actually support my comedy career. Yeah, give a big cheer for brown parents.
I don't want a
Yeah,
conversation
can't
with
get
you.
involved, do
Sorry,
they?
sorry,
That's
Sid. I don't want a conversation with you. Get out of my face. Shut the fuck up. All right?
Look you man here.
Huh?
Mate, don't talk to
No,
me like that.
I'll talk to him how I want. Thank you very much.
We're talking back to him. We're talking back to him.
You're not meant to talk back to him. You're being rude.
You are.
Please be quiet or leave.
Oh, you are.
All right?
You were good enough for me.
Thank you.
Just be the same for the rest, please.
Move on.
Right, it's how it works.
Hey, crack on lads, go on,
Sorry, sorry, sorry.
One second, so you're not in charge here, right?
You're not,
One second,
I'm
right? Yeah, I am actually. I'm running the show. This is my show.
Who said so?
Please be quiet or
You're
leave.
making
It's
my
that
scene.
simple.
You're making my
It's
scene.
that simple.
You're
Do you
sure?
understand?
You
want a show?
You're making
Crack it
my
on.
Off you
scene.
go.
No, you're making
Drink your
my
drinks and
scene.
go. Drink your drinks and go, or shut the
You're
fuck
making my
up. It's that
What are you
simple.
talking, Sam? You're making my scene. We said we'll stop.
Okay.
You're making my
I
scene.
think I've made it clear.
Yes,
All
and
right.
I've made it clear.
Right.
Carry on.
You do your show now.
Sorry. This is my show.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah.
All right.
Come on.
What you're doing is making a show of yourself.
No,
Banter.
So it's not banter. This isn't you performing. Your name isn't on the bill.
You're shouting.
Right. Pipe down
Listen,
and please
mate. Listen, mate. It's
behave.
way to
All right.
speak to people.
Okay.
Right. The way to speak
Yeah.
to people is
Yeah.
shouting out when no one's listening.
That's fair enough.
I don't come to your work and ruin
No,
your
but that's fair enough. Right, so you've said to me, we've said
Pipe down, end of conversation.
Wow.
All right?
Don't speak to me like that.
Hey, no.
Yeah. Do not. Do not.
Touch me.
No, I'm not touching you like that. Graham, do not fucking speak to me like that. I'm not a fucking kid, I'm at a fucking football
Well, stop
field.
behaving like one
Yeah.
then.
I'm not a kid at football field, mate.
Stop behaving like one then.
Yes.
Listen.
Don't fucking not speak to me like that, boy.
Hey.
Yes.
No, go on.
Last thing,
Carry
last
on.
thing you fucking
Don't
ever
stop
do.
the show.
What are you going to do?
Why?
What are you going to do?
Why? I fucking get out. Yeah. Come on. Come on. I'm not your fucking.
There's one of us leaving. Yeah, ain't me.
Shit, man. Right. Combination, mate.
All right? Please go with your mate, sort him out. All right?
Thank you.
I don't give a shit if you think I'm a disrespectful cunt. I'm not the one that's coming here and done what you've done. All right? So off you go. Thanks. Off you go. Thanks.
Let go of that. Out. Let go.
Listen.
Let go.
Listen.
Oh, he's back.
I'm back.
Right.
Listen to me. Why you fucking saying we've got to go?
Give me my money.
Come on. Hey, come on.
No, it's everybody in the room. Everybody.
Does anybody want them to stay? No. Who wants them to leave?
Matt, go on.
But really,
I'll leave my wife.
big fat bastard.
Come on,
I'm
Matt.
fine. He talks to people like that. You move.
We just had a war with India back home.
Hey.
Go.
I will, I'm going. Sorry, love. Sorry, love.
Let me have a second with Mark.
Mate, I'm so sorry.
I know.
Oh, thank you.
Right, come on. Call it a night.
Oh, I've only got 10 now. I'm going to give you a 5, but
I don't want to talk to you.
I've got to try and
Really
change.
clear.
Right.
I don't want to talk to you.
For a change.
I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, if you're speaking to me,
I don't want to talk to you. How can I be any clearer about that? How can I be any clearer about that? Alright?
Make sure you know.
Off you go. Don't fucking touch me. Off you go.
Hey, go on. Alright. Say, Paul. Is it your son?
You can start your set again in a minute.
It's
Alright,
fine,
apologies.
it's fine. Yeah, I'm from a brown family. We have this kind of fights all the time. Fucking Pakistani families. Not the kind of crowd work I was expecting. But here we are.
Carry on when you're ready, Saeed. Thank you.
Yes, man, thank you very much for the support, man. My mom and dad have been fighting like this since my childhood. That's why I do comedy. So like a bit traumatized already.
But it's fine, yeah. So I was telling you about my parents, yeah, they support my comedy career, yeah. But that does not mean I love my parents. I hate my parents because they cut my foreskin. Oh my God. Even you guys can relate to this joke? Any circumcised white people in the house?
Yeah.
You, sir, are circumcised? Welcome to Islam. Allahu Akbar. MashaAllah, brother. That's a very, give a big cheer for my halal brother here. Walaikum salam. He knows that, yay! You're gonna be buried after you die. Oh my God, it's the first white gig that somebody is circumcised in my crowd, right? Normally, there's no white person who's circumcised, and I feel so lonely. And I'm like, no matter how many times I get a British passport, I can never be British enough because I'm circumcised, right? And neither can I be a Morris dancer because I'm not a complete prick. So if anybody of you wants to tell me to go back to where I came from, I'm like, I can't because my mom had a hysterectomy. You get that, you know? Hysterectomy, yeah? Uterus, delete. Let's talk about something else, like, do you want Pakistan-India war jokes or like dating jokes? Dating jokes, okay. It's like, oh my God, you're so non-Muslim right now. He has a beard.
Working on it.
Oh, working on it. MashaAllah, brother. So anybody dating in the house? Even not even you? Oh, fuck. Doesn't suit white people. Shouldn't get married, you know. So when I came to the UK 4 years ago, I was feeling very lonely. I made an account on Tinder. Anybody on Tinder? Young people? You know what Tinder is? It's a fruit. You peel it off and you take it up in the ass. 18 plus jokes, yeah. Sorry. So I made an account on Tinder. I was lonely. I was swiping right, you know, all these beautiful women, and I saw this beautiful woman who had a beautiful smile, right? But I was so lonely that I had to ignore something was stuck in her teeth. I was so lonely. I'm like, if I really have to be with someone, I have to accept them with all their flaws. Intelligent audience, yeah? Let's try another one-liner. Shall we? Okay. So I swiped right, two beautiful women. I was confused who to date, right? One was from China, one was from Bulgaria. I was very confused who to date first. So I asked my wife. She was like, darling, don't go for the one from China because that's a huge red flag. Good morning. Yay, the dating jokes are over. What do you need now? Okay. I'll figure. Let's talk about food, maybe because in a bar. Food. Anybody tried Pakistani or Indian food? Yeah. By the way, I'm from Pakistan. I'm not here for your jobs. Those are Indians. We just look the same. But deep down, we Pakistanis have more 5-star ratings as Uber drivers. Yeah? We're talking about food, right? Have you tried biryani? Yeah? Oh, white people love biryani? You've been cheering for biryani, right? Yeah, of course, white people love biryani. It has flavor. Seriously, sir, jacket potato? Is that the best you could do? Oh my God. British food lacks spices like Pakistan lacks real democracy. It's a shame British people, they stole spices from India 100 years ago, but forgot to put it in their own food. also like you to try Pakistani tea. You know, have you tried Pakistani desi karak chai? Yeah, we make the best tea in the world. We Pakistanis take the tea with us in any part of the world we go. We cannot live without our Pakistani tea. We can live without a visa, but not the tea. It's not easy to do comedy, guys. Just give a big cheer for all the comedians there. Come on, despite all the hecklers, you know, it takes a rare set of qualities to be a comedian, you know. Not everybody can be a comedian. And you have to be born with those qualities. And those rare set of qualities is called low self-esteem. My self-esteem is so low that if I ever hit my rock bottom, my self-esteem will still be looking up to me. I found a way to boost my self-esteem in the UK. You know how I do it? I cross a British zebra crossing. Ask me why? Because that's the only time I feel like I have priority. Something is wrong with my jokes, you know. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Because they are not on a visa. And I suffer from this condition, not to take sympathy, honestly. I suffer from this rare condition in which sometimes I deliver the joke before the punchline. It's called premature joculation. God. How much time do I have? Because I lost a few minutes. Right? Do I have more time?
30 seconds.
30 seconds. Okay, that's enough for a brown person to finish. My name is, it's a very long name, it's called Syed Ahmed Raza, but don't worry, darling, you can just call me at night. Thank you, Professor, you've been amazing. Thank you so much.
Syed Ahmed Raza, everyone. Apologies about the brief interlude during Syed's act. It's not what normally happens at comedy nights. I do apologise about that. We will gloss over it and we will not dwell on that any longer. Just take it as a lesson, children, not to drink on an empty head. Right. So we're going to have a break now. I'll just remind you of the acts in the first section. Our first act was Billy Price. We then had Andy Ellis. And then we had, in two halves, the fantastic Syed Ahmed Raza. And all you need to do now during this break is remember which one of those you liked the most and keep them at the top of your list unless one of the next five knocks them off their perch, all right? So we're going to have a break now. I'm going to go and have a little wank and a cry in the toilet. And we'll get going again in about 10 minutes' time at about 9:05, all right? Thank you very much. Give it up for all your acts. Thank you.
Right.